So here we are. The Stanley Parable. Turn that music off. So here we are. The Stanley Parable. Begin the game. Loading. End is never. The end is never. The end is never the end. The is never. The end is loading. The end is never. The end is never. The end is never. The end is never loading. No, the end is loading. The end is loading. Taking its sweet time loading, but it's okay. It's okay. That's fine. Unusual for a baby to be born with tattoos. This is true. This is true. It could be new. It could be like new tattoos. Do you know what I mean? Never noticed them before. To be fair, for the vast majority of like winter, I've been wearing long sleeve things or big jumpers and stuff. So I'm not surprised that you haven't noticed them. I'm not surprised that you haven't noticed them at all. You know. But yeah, we're like I've had tattoos for a very, very long time.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say,
"Oh, you followed me.
"Hi."
Ooh, you little
Never
stalker."
in all his years at the company had
very
this
much.
happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. First of all, thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful bean. I really appreciate it. I won't call your name out just in case you're lurking, but welcome on in. So this is my desk. There's nothing personal about this desk at all. This was like, you know when you go into like office spaces and they give you they tell you that you are like you're gonna do hot desks from now on. No one's gonna have their own personal desk and it just becomes a void. Like there's nothing personal about this at all. I hate Mondays. Four to 8. Can we go into 428? No. Okay. 429.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I hate Mondays. Oh, we've all got
No
exactly.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, I get that. Who farted? It was definitely me. Why are these people on desks out here and I'm in a little room? What? Why? Okay. Detect, how you doing, you beautiful individual? Welcome on in. That cable management, right? No cables. Who needs cables? These are very old school. Okay. Jesus Christ. I thought maybe as I came towards the window, it would show me something, but nothing. Okay. All right. There's a file there. Do I know at least know what kind of job that I do? What do I do? What is my job? I have so many questions. What is this? Can I go in here? Are those other buildings? 426. What are they? 457. Does each person have an office? Why is the office over there? 425, 425. Okay, what's that? 44B6? That makes no sense. There's ladders. Can I get up the ladders? Why is 416? Okay. I have a lot of questions. Can I get out that way? 4B3. 4B6 was over there, right? Stanley gets an office because he is the best at the office. 420, hey!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is this a meeting? Okay, the music stopped. There's a plant. Why has it told me what to do? What happens if I go on the door on the right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes. That place looks like it's been done over. Was there a burglar? A robber of things? The amount of amusement going on in chat. I am fucking clueless. What? Okay.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Yeah.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm not going to lie to you. As I came over towards that, it says cold drinks. Of course it says cold drinks, Valen. What could it possibly else be?
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I was trying to talk to chat, narrator. Here's me, and I was like, oh, look, it's cold drinks. What did Valen Vane go?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I'm trying to talk about the fact that when I saw the fucking drinks thing, I read cold rimming. I didn't read cold drinks. But no.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
The game? Oh, we're breaking the fourth wall now? We're breaking the fourth wall? And then a fellow by the name of Damebread came in to watch Valen Vane. How's it going, Damebread? How you doing? Stare at the vending machine. I was trying to talk about rimming. But apparently not. No, fuck you. Fuck you, narrator. I'm going to fucking stay here, you bastard. What are you going to do now? What time is it? It's 11:30. Is that a good time? How's it going, Medibot Eve? How you doing, you beautiful being? Welcome on in. We've got the cold rimming machine. Pictures of plants and water. What do these say? Number 1, Dad. Classic. There's one under there. Who farted? Okay. Alright. Coffee nut. Cheeky. How's it going? I don't know, to be quite honest with you, Damebread. I have never played this game. I don't know anything about it. I've seen other people play this game, but I've actively tried to avoid any spoilers or anything. So the only thing that I've seen of other people play this game is people walking down corridors that look like this and the narrator's voice, and that's it. And now I don't want to go through here because that's not gonna pop it. That's not gonna close.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
But do you know what? No, fuck you. You interrupted me.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Maybe if you hadn't interrupted me as I was trying to talk about cold rimming, I'd have been inclined to follow your fucking directions. Git. Ooh, a warehouse. Can I jump? No, I can't jump. There's no jumping here. Come watch Val get brat in a brat battle. Someone's getting bratty already. Look, sometimes if the narrator hadn't been so shit. Hold on. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I'm glad. What is this never-ending hellscape? What is this never-ending hellscape?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this purgatory? Is this purgatory? $419. Where's 420? There it is. No, nothing. We need to find room 69. Takes fall damage, Minecraft. This is now your cannon. What do you mean this is now my cannon? What does that even mean? It said don't jump,
when
must
Stanley
jump.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I am intrigued. This is an office. It's fairly close to I mean, that is a very solid call. A very solid call. Haven't enjoyed this game this much before. Tips for not
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Why? Why would I do that? R.I.P. Franz? What happened to Franz? No sarcasm from the narrator. Definitely not. Definitely not. What happened to Franz? The group planning? Why is it on a whiteboard? That's very easily altering. Do not consult without consulting whiteboard manager. Who's the whiteboard manager? Was that Franz? We can't consult him anymore because he's dead. R.I.P. Franz. Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Is that what we do? Not efficient at coffee. Not cost efficient. Standardize the graphs. Apparently that's not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. We need to find the broom closet. We need to get Chris out of it. All right. Love seeing Val and Friday. I'm not. You know me and my organization. I can't deal with it. All right. The next thing they're gonna show me is a fucking Excel spreadsheet, and I'm gonna have a small meltdown. Papers are too synergized. Hire someone to synergize the papers. Fire the paper guy. Hire someone to fire the paper synergizing guy who moved my desk. Please keep the targets on topic. I mean, topic of what? The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agendas. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. What have we even got here? Office efficiency. Termination Tuesdays. Legal? Question mark. Group 41. Group 40. Group 42. Ideas and development. Boss inspection. Bosses inspection. Okay. Financial panic meeting. Mergers. Weekly review. Why are the times at the bottom? 9 till 4. Okay, no, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Personal tomorrow to-do list. Yeah. What have we got over here? Bi-quarterly post-review meeting. We need less reviews. 402 plus 405. Want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary. Death sport portion? What is the death sport portion? Need a cold rimming machine? I am all for the cold rimming machine. If we can get a second cold rimming machine, that would make everything better. Okay? But I think that's a stupid idea. Who's I? Was that Franz? Is that the reason why it's R.I.P. Franz? Because he thought it was a stupid idea? Teenagers, size of demographics, space between the teenagers. A lot of percent. What? Charts need to be more hip. to appeal to a teenage demographic. What is our job? What do we do here? Throw something in the ideas bin. No more bins, trash can, renaming of the ideas bin, firing of me. Somebody's predicting their own firing. What's going on at the back here? Business club. Better safe than profits. What do people... How to solve a dispute with a coworker? Let it ball up inside you. Take out passive aggressively. I was reading that! Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic at the header and throw some bevel on all... Everyone is unique. You, most of all. They say using a standard... Okay. Slides, charts, and charts and slides. Okay. Oh. Can I access this so that it stops doing that? No. No? Oh, okay. Find the teenagers to put on the demographic. I was about to say something awful, but decided not to. Everyone is unique. You are most unique. Why? Well, okay. Boss appreciation minute? No, that's not going to happen. Unless I'm the boss. And then I'm okay with it. Things, money, more money. Things, but with money and things and stuff and crap. This is what my fucking brain is like. Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in conflict with another diligent employee, yourself... Can't deal with this. Synergize. Core values. Synergize the core values with the things and the money and the stuff in the teenager graph and demographic. Boss worshipping in this economy. Somebody was in the broom closet. Who was in the broom closet?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
But somebody was stuck in here. Where are they? They're not here now. Did they get unstuck? I have questions. Can I use
there was
any of...
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Maybe I want to make sweet love to somebody in the broom closet. No, Chris. Chris isn't there. Where's Chris?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
Why
As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I can't believe you said FA. How rude. Why is there a radioactive sellotape on the bench?
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Are you asking me?
Standing around doing nothing?
You're not meant to ask me. You're the narrator.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I want to pick up that wrench so I can pretend it's Half-Life. The spanners and the I don't understand what that is.
You realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Well, I'm glad you didn't, but Chris was in here. Chris was in here, and we needed to find Chris.
To you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Why am I speaking in pink and capitals? What is
Stanley
this?
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I mean, that's true, but still. No need to call me out like that. I'm looking for Chris, all right?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
How do you know that?
Broom closet, explored it a bit, and we're just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Is that what happened to
In
Chris?
a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
You're just trying to get me out of the closet.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead.
I'm in a broom
He
closet.
or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
Excuse
it's
me?
indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer. making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
The
All right, when
bastard.
you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Hello? Somebody has been at a computer and got radioactive tape, and somebody was stuck in the broom closet. Their name was Chris. I'm getting sass from the narrator for the sake of narration. Because the narrator apparently knows what I'm like. I want to take the why can I not take the duct tape? The little thing there that looks potentially like some kind of airbrush. I can't jump. There's nothing here, but at least here, I have silence. All right? Balan deserves this for some reason. Yeah, exactly. I deserve this right now because this is peace and quiet. Chris was meant to be in here. Where's Chris? Are we now stuck in the room closet? Is our name Chris? Have we transformed into Chris? I have so many questions. I have this game. I have to replay it. Also, how's it going, Andreas? How you doing, you beautiful bean? Can we just stay here now? Is this our place? Is this our home? Why? What did... Okay, I'm exiting.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
You dick.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus?
Definitely not.
Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
How dare you? All right. First of all, assuming that I am a second player. Secondly, how dare you? We were just looking for Chris, for fuck's sake. We just needed to make sure that Chris was okay. And what do I get for it? Lip. I can't go back. Need sleep, but also really want to keep watching. Don't worry, there will be a VOD. I have no doubt of that. I don't want to go forward, little bastard.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ralph is giving me life. Need to know how many times it took the narrator to record his lines. Oh, yeah. Do you get the dead
But
panel?
Stanley just couldn't do it.
Nope.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
What the fuck?
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
What?
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
I want to know why Chris isn't in the
I
room.
want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
What?
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
What is going on? Thank fuck for that. Okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
I have one question.
Just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? What? What is going on? I have so many questions. And we're back in this weird fucking purgatory state. The only question that I had, friends, and do you know what? We're gonna go fucking find it again. My question is, why was there no entrance for the car? That was the question that I wanted.
How long was I
ask.
sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned?
This is different.
He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Was that just if I pause for a minute, it'll give me that sass? The fact the narrator is nothing normal about this. I mean, the narrator is something else entirely. I have one question in regards to the bottom of the
When
thing.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And we'll see this. We'll show you. All right. Okay. The only question that I had was, how did the car get into that corridor? That was my only question. But did I get a chance to ask that question? No.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Talk less.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
Don't
up
get
to his
fired.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Don't get fired.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all.
Good.
I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Oh, I will. It was quick. But you're right, I don't have feet. And weirdly, didn't notice I didn't have feet until the narrator told me. Just didn't notice. Just didn't notice. Stanley Parable, again, freaking hilarious. How are you liking it so far? It's fucking weird, Itsy Kitty. So far, I've fallen off a giant freight elevator and died. I went completely insane and blacked out and thought I was dreaming and then ended up dead on a sidewalk. But
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to show you all. Look, okay, look. Oh, it's interesting. All fine dandy. All fine dandy. Look, how did this car get in here?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
How did the car get
in
in there?
such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished?
1, 2,
His
B4.
boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
We're back at the
For
car.
example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
So
Were they
if we'd have
simply
carried on?
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Cold rimming?
He just hadn't found the words.
Hand it to my ego.
I'm
Hand it to
Jesus
it, Christ.
Hand it to it! He yelled. This
Valen,
is all
are
a
you
dream.
going insane yet?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
what a
that
relief
is
Stanley
how I
felt
am.
to have finally
Definitely fucking out.
found an
Shut me
answer,
up there,
an
Night Dragon. How
explanation.
you doing? How's it going? Thank you very much for the 100 little
Actually
panderings.
gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing
Okay.
buttons. I may
Going
as well
round and round
enjoy
in
this while
circles.
I'm still
Back to
lucid.
the car.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Nope, nope,
Then
nope.
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Okay.
How was he remaining so
So this is
lucid?
just the
And
same.
then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
So this is
everything
just
that
the
I'm
same.
doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
If we'd have just
I'm
carried
dreaming
on, we
about a
would have
voice
known. But I wanted to know.
describing me thinking about
If we'd have carried on, I would have known that this was going to be exactly the same. But I wanted to know how the car got in here.
and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in the
How did the car get in here
was that of
when
course,
there's no
this was right.
entrance for a car?
How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility.
I'm not
for
crazy.
his
My
life.
mother had tested it, but
Stanley
why am I
is
back?
as awake
Yeah,
right
why am I
now
back in this car?
as he's
Exactly.
ever
The heavy
been
duty
in his life.
elevator. Yeah, the heavy duty elevator. So we
Now,
went
hearing the voice
right, and then
speak
we
these words was quite a
told
shock
the
to
narrator to fuck
Stanley.
off.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Right.
How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was
Not
a
going
part of
insane yet.
himself
Well,
too.
I mean, this bit.
Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh,
He
I can't
felt
move.
the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of
Bill
the
England, check.
mattress
How
on
you
his
doing? Good
back,
morning.
the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Yeah, the
Let
fresh
me
air.
wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Yes.
Let me go back to my job.
No.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Just doesn't remember how he did
I
it.
want my
Val's lost his mind. Oh
apartment
no!
and my wife.
I did. I
and
drove
my
the car there.
job.
That's my car.
All I want is my life.
I'm seeing
exactly
the
way
movie that
it's
Will
always
Ferrell
been.
and Emma Thompson, where
My
Emma is
life
the author.
is normal. I am normal.
That just sounds like the
Everything will
plot
be
from
fine.
Alan Wake. Eris told me.
I
Great. How are
am
you doing? All right. Thank you very much.
okay.
This game is boggling my mind. No. Okay. We good? Oh.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I
69H.
must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who
Okay,
am
we've done this bit.
I? And everything went black.
Resume the game. Begin the game again. Oh, okay. So the game is now paused. We can actually begin the game. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll just keep it going
This is the
for a minute.
story
See what
of
happens.
a woman
Yeah.
named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She
Okay, so we've done this one. Let's go back to the beginning. Something about this monologue makes me sad, but in a very existential way. Oh, the whole thing is very existential.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries?
I have so many
Did
questions.
something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on it. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
How's it going, Tom Bacons? How you
Wow.
doing?
Yes, this room.
Cold rimming?
What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour.
Stanley
on his
Parable,
way
how
to
did I
the
miss you were
meeting
playing
room.
this? We only started
Life
today.
without having experienced
We only
this
started
room
today.
was now too horrible even to consider.
Outrunning the narrator? Certainly trying. Little dickhead.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah. Of course I did.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ooh. Can we get a key card that'll help me do the thing? Go to different locations. What have we got down here? Careful, on the edge. Just started playing it. Yeah. I'm gonna love this game. Is it the deluxe edition? No, it's just the normal edition. Is there a reason? Is it worth having the deluxe edition? Is it worth having the deluxe edition? Rather than as being a rebel and I'm here for it? Well, the guy pissed me off. Yes, it's worth having the deluxe edition. Okay, maybe I'll upgrade to the deluxe edition then. But this is just the OG Stanley Parable. The OG Stanley Parable. So what have we got? A2. This is a warehouse of some description. Oh, we can't get back in there. No? Okay. The Ultimate Edition has additional content. I haven't even played the original content. I don't know anything about this. It's so confusing. Like what? Okay, hold on.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh shit, it's
I'm
not going
your
down.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your
Oh, it's going
trust
up.
in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Is it Chris? Is it
Give me a
Chris?
chance.
I'm not sure I want to give you a chance. You unnerve me in my soul. The King of Brands confirmed. One more. The only thing better than Stanley Parable is more Stanley Parable. Stanley Parable is funny because it plays. I play Atlas, a pirate survival sim in RP server, and play oddly enough a pensioner called Stanley who is fond of his bucket. All right, okay. And look, sometimes it was taking me over there, and then I saw that there was this, and I was like, if I jump down, then maybe I'll be able to escape this peculiar fucking nightmare. All right. Whoop. What does that say? Danger everywhere. Ooh, it's not closing. Does this mean I've broken the system? Can I get in there? I have quite. Can I? Oh, okay, now it's closed. 21B, 2B1, 2B1, or not 2B1? That is the question. Okay. 2B3. What happened to 2B2? 2B3. Where's 2B2? Hello? 2B2? Office Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan Kenobi-Wan? 2B4, 2B5. So there was no 2B2. Okay,
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
But it's so blue. But it's so blue. Okay, genuine question. Genuine question, friends. What in the Matrix, was it the red pill or the blue pill that broke you out of the Matrix? The red pill? Do you know what? Let's do. Somebody said, Ditsy Kitty said, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Door. Red. Blue. 1 minute. Go. Go. Enjoy. The red pill, the blue pill represented a choice between the willingness to learn a potential unsettling for life-changing truth by taking the red pill, the remaining in content experience of ordinary reality with the blue pill. Okay. He said it's important. I mean, it is important, but, you know. He shouldn't have said that. Exactly, right? He said, trust me. He said, trust me. I will trust. If you just take a moment to trust me, I will guide you to the future. And naturally, I'm skeptical as fuck. GG 50-50? No, really? 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 You little bastards. No, surely not. Red pill, 52%. 52%.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What that really said to me was that there's an awful lot of people in our chat. A lot of people in our chat who just like to behave. What is this? Sus, right? Did anybody also notice? Did anybody notice the narrator's voice drop a tone? Anybody else was just like, don't worry, Stanley. I'm here to help you. And I was just like, excuse me. Help you, Stanley. I will help you. Let's do a couple of runs around. And then we'll take one. So we're definitely not doing things, alright? Hell, 2,000. Just trying to even it up. Fucking hell. I panicked for a second there. I was turning right round. Excuse me?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What is this? Flippicus! Flippicus! Flippicus is our safe word for those people that don't know. Oh shit, where's the... Oh, okay. So this is the back wall? It reminds me of the back rooms. It's really quick. The fuck is this? We getting so much? That's not good.
Here, yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley...
Can I jump off the side?
I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
What is this? I'd like to vibe in this room for a bit. Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. In fact, friends, there is a 2-minute advert that's about to happen. And let's just vibe in this room while this 2-minute advert happens. While the 2-minute advert runs, we're just going to vibe in the room. Going to vibe away. Have a good time, because we don't like people to miss out on anything, you know? Too much anxiety in this weird room. Yeah, it's just a vibe, do you know what I mean? Sarsaparilla is a safe word. It's always good to have a safe word. It's always good to have a safe word. You know? That edible kicked in. You know what else? Superliminal vibes? Very much so. Being like inside of a lava lamp? Yeah, definitely. Definitely got those lava lampy vibes. It is very chill. Flippicus is the safe word. Flippic. Aw, look at that. Trippy as fuck. All the visual stimming I could ask for. All those beautiful people going in, just being like, do you know what? I'm just going to vibe here. In fact, you know what? Look at that. Time to vibe. That's right, ladies and gentlemen and all genders outside and in between. We're here for the vibe check. Check your vibes. Check your vibes. Make sure they're a amorphous blob of pink and multiple colors. What have we got after pink? Darkness. Darkness and tenderness. What's next? The constant question. What comes after pink? Those kids, the domes that you went in as a kid, yeah, 100%. 100%. Oh, we've got stars. Behold the stars. Look there. Uranus. Looks like a punched orange. My new vibe arrived in the post today. Does the urination station come back to this? Yeah, oh yeah, this is the vibes. This is the vibes. Although we are going to be leaving the vibes now that the advert is finished, all right? I didn't want people to miss out on stuff while the advert was running. So, we've done the vibes. Look at the vibes. Oh, aren't they pretty? I want to... Can we jump off? Is there any way I can glitch off and just fall for a bit? No? Okay. All right. Just vibing. Just vibing. Nice. Aid my vibe blob. Okay. The bitrate hate the vibes? I'm not dropping any frames, thank fuck. Well, don't worry, bitrate. We got you.
It's a raid. Flee! Flee!
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen and all genders outside and in between. Delve deep into your pits of popcorn. Delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders. Throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine? Who do they think they are? The absolute audacity, I tell you. How's it going, Abby Stabby, you beautiful individual? I need to tab out of this momentarily so I can give you shout-outs and stuff. People, go and check out the beautiful Abby Stabby art. Abby Stabby art is the mother of Monty over here. She also makes all of our wonderful emotes and a whole load of our wonderful merchandise. Is a glorious, glorious individual and well worth checking out. She's wonderful and spectacular, and I love her very, very dearly. So you should all go over and click that cheeky little follow button. She does art on her thingies. What were you up to today, Abby? What were you talking about? Doing all the bits and pieces. Friends, today we are playing Stanley Parable for the first time ever. Never played it before. It's fucking weird. All right? It's fucking weird. I am confused. I have so much questions. There was a car in a corridor, and it wouldn't let me question the car because it decided that I needed to go and sleep for a bit. There was a lot of questions that I have going on here. But before we do that, friends, if you're new here, two things you need to know about this channel. One, you're not allowed to apologize. Faux pas, individuals, faux pas. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a much more positive individual. Two, if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. I've got to ask you to leave, for I am a colossal filth wizard. I don't want to be corrupting the ears of the young. It's not what I'm about. Not what I'm about, you cheeky devils. Doing some commissions today. A prison caricature and a capybara with a human face. Well, I'll tell you what, friends. Let's go have a look at these, shall we? Let's go have a look at these. The prison caricature. Who are these people? I'm assuming you know these individuals. They look like they're prison for dummies. I love that. I love that. I love the way they also have like a roast chicken underneath their beds that's being roasted with a tea light. That I have so many questions. Scum sorcerer, filth wizard. What was the Sultan of Swinging? Was the one I got given earlier. They're plotting an escape. A belated birthday present for someone you bought by someone for a relative. I love that. And the other cursed object of what is, look, a capybara with a human face and a cat in the background eating pizza and fish and chips. Or is that an omelet, perhaps? The Bard of Bum Snapchats. You know it. You know it. These are fantastic. These are fantastic, Abby Stabby. I love that. For those people that don't know, Abby Stabby also does a shitload of unusual. Should we say unusual? Let's go with unusual cursed caricatures of myself and my housemate Classic Chunk. Because why wouldn't you? At the request of Abby's community as well. I hear that you were working on another one recently. I hear you were working on another one recently, Abby Stabby. If you've been following my my Instagram, you'll have seen Abby's artwork of me as Wallace from Wallace and Gromit in the Wrong Pleasers, and classic Chunk as the Curse of the Were-Rabbit. You know? In the spirit of Barbie. What the fuck is this Barbie thing? I've seen so many people with, like, the Barbie overlays, and I got very, very confused by it. Alright? You had nothing to do with it? Purple Bat. Why do I not believe you, friend? Why do I not believe you? Alright? Friends, please be aware that I'm playing this game for the first time. I don't like any hints, any tips, any theories, any jokes and stuff like that, because it could theoretically change the way I play it. But I am having a fucking trip. Alright? It is weird.
Where are you going?
It is weird as fuck. Alright? Where am I going? I got bored in the... Look, the trippiness.
Right. Where were we?
Bully. He hasn't seen the Barbie pic yet. Should I send it to him? I haven't seen the Barbie pic yet. What is the Barbie pic? I have questions. I have questions. Thank you very much, Nibian, for trying that. I need to... Do you know what? Let me see if I can change that now. Oh my god. What is this? Is there some kind of Barbie like anniversary happening at the moment? I've seen that there's a lot of stuff going on with Barbie at the moment. Let me just change that to oh, I can't do it with VIPs. Fuck. Never mind. Never mind. I'll sort it out later. There's a Barbie movie coming out. And that's the reason why everyone's got the Barbie overlays. Is that what it is? Oh my lordy. Oh jeez, nothing is happy. Nothing is happy about me tabbing out of the Stanley Parable. What the fuck is this, Abby Stabby? Excuse me? Excuse me? Dean can explain the Chunker's Ken. I could see that this is this the Ken? The gay icon Ken Barbie doll? Is that what it is? Is that Dean? I'm sure you'll be able to correct this one. I am Hostess Toxic Barbie, and it is the Ken. So Ken, they brought out a Ken doll that was basically gay icon. Absolute gay icon. Earring Magic Ken. I just, there are... It is unnerving how well you capture my facial expressions. It is unnerving. Oh yeah, Chunk. Oh yeah, you're here. Earring Magic Chunk. Earring Magic Chunk is right there, having a wonderful time. Can you believe it? Dear Lord Beardy. Really? Really? So the one that Ken was... They wanted a Ken that looked cool and hip, and they looked at what was cool and men wearing earrings, and that outfit they picked up included a cock ring necklace. Yep. Yeah, see the cock ring necklace. I remember that one. This one is a live-action Barbie movie with a publicity department is going nuts with the promo. Oh, I can see that. I can see that because I am seeing so many people using their overlays and stuff and being like, hey, I'm Barbie. But it's like, I'm Barbie. I believe in sex education and free speech for things. Although saying that, they did do like a Barbie live. They had like a Barbie YouTube channel at one stage. They had a Barbie YouTube channel at one stage, and that was actually very, very good. It was very inclusive, which I was genuinely fucking surprised at. All right, we need the coloring book. Abby Stabby is definitely going to be making a coloring book of their wonderful drawings. I have absolutely fucking no doubt about it. All right. Best one I've seen is just a Weber grill inside the Barbie overlay. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Right, let's jump back into Stanley Parable. It's gonna happen. Good. Abby Stabby making a coloring book. That is what the world needs. All right. Ooh, it's looking a bit grimy. Ken, though? Of course. Never even thought about it. Never even connected the two together. Earring magic, Ken. I'm all about it. Really didn't have anything to do with this. I've traumatized people. Yeah, I mean, what, with the blobby?
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Ooh. What happens if I go back? Blobby ear is long gone now. Thank fuck for that.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
But now I want to.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Put me down for a pre-order of the coloring book. See? Told ya. Blobby, Pokemon, Wallace and Gromit. Yeah. Well, eventually they'll all become like bit alerts and stuff, but I've had too many other things going on.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Oh God, Nibirin, really? Really? Ah, peace and tranquility. Peace and tranquility. On this flying saucer that I can't get off. Okay, stairs time. Okay. Oh, there's a gap there. Can we jump down the gap? Can we get down that gap? No. Okay.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Cazamoose, really? Oh, hold on. Is it just exit your own mainframe? Is that all the options? Oh, fuck that noise. I'm gonna go back. What is all that? What do you mean, what is all that? It's a very trippy experience that the narrator has provided me for the pure and safety of my heart. Look. Look at the joys. Oh, you mean the Blobby thing? Oh, that is oh, Razotter. Google Mr. Blobby. Mr. Blobby was a character, an IRL life character. Oh my God, Beardy Dan, that is upsetting. Looks like an OG screensaver, doesn't it? Right? Mr. Blobby was as a character for kids' TV shows to, you know, really help the kids out. And definitely wasn't completely and utterly fucking terrifying. It looks like we have but no other choice. That is horrific. You are welcome. I'm glad that I could have brought this into your life. I'll tell you what, Razar.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Look up Blobbyland. Is there no... Can I get in there? No. Dream Blobby is... Dream Blobby Valen is even more frightening, to be fair. Blobby Valen is horrifically frightening. Right, we have no other choice, friends. Although saying that, that last room was pretty trippy, so maybe we'll just throw it all out. Do you know what I mean? Not entirely true. Mr. Blobby was created as a parody of a kids' TV character for the purposes of playing pranks on the well-meaning celebrities. I was about to say, it was definitely shown on kids' TV, Jay Sellabub. Regardless of what it was intentions were, it was shown on kids' TV on the regular. It was definitely a character for a children's TV show. Noel's House Party was a kids' TV show, you know? All Side of Christmas #1? Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm aware. It was terrifying. Blobby! Mr. Blobby! Let me just pop in here. I can't remember what the rest of the lyrics were. All I remember it was Blobby, Mr. Blobby. You know? Alright, jump back into Stanley Parable. If you don't want to do the ending, you can always start over. I want to know what the endings are, alright? So, trigger warning, friends. We're doing this for the endings, but this is not as doing what might be perceived as. But we're gonna find out, alright? I'm hoping that the ground is gonna turn into soup and we'll be perfectly fine. But it's just for the ending, and this is all a Matrix scenario, okay? This is not anything else.
No!
I survived.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
How many endings have you found so far? We fell to our death off the... I'm going to sneeze in a minute. We fell to our death off the lift, off the elevator in the warehouse. We... there it is. We went mad in the basement with the car in the corridor. That I was very, very... Thank you very much, everybody. We went mad for the... Yeah, it was like, go down to the basement. So we went... Oh, it said go up to the boss's office. So we went down to the basement. And there was a car in a corridor, and I got very confused by the car in the corridor, and then it sent us mad, which was wild. Thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate it. No worries, Stepfan. That could have hurt if you had feet. This is very true. I don't have feet. So that is a solid point, counterpoint music. What happens if we do go through here?
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
It is very pretty. It is very pretty. But there's a door. But there's a door.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
But there's nothing good that can come from this either. It's very pretty. But nothing happens. I need more. I need more from life, narrator. I need more from life than pretty things. I'm guessing I have to do this multiple times. So if people need to disappear off and...
No, what do you... Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Mars bars. Can you enter the bliss? No, we tried it.
Whoop. Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Sure thing, narrator.
Yes. Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
No. I want to go into it. I have so many... Can I get up somehow? Like, find my way off it? No, he's definitely channeling Lynetta right now.
Perhaps not.
Okay. Well, learn from watching Val play this.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No, I am prepared to hit this ending in order to not have to deal with monotony.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over?
There we go.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm going back.
Going back. I love that. So what I'm learning from watching Valen play this is as long as the voice tells Valen what to do, is someone from a servitude rule, like Posh Butler, Valen listens, but from a controlling voice narrator, Valen brats around. Accurate. Fucking accurate.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Hello.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
All of the computers are on. With the end is never the end is never is the end. Poor narrator, I've hurt his feelings. Good! Narrator's a bit of a dick. I'm gonna go find some more stuff.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, we're off to go get some cool rimmings. This narrator's making me really upset.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Bye.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Narrator sounds more menacing. Narrator needs a hug. Narrator definitely needs a
Look,
a
Stanley,
bit of a hug,
I think
for
perhaps
sure.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story
now-
has been about nothing but you all this time.
There's
Someone
we
you've
need a
been
blue.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, yes, the red door. It was a very, very pretty... But the blue door... It was very pretty. We went through a red door, and he took us to this beautiful, but the blue door... Yeah, I mean, it was a delightful scenario, and if I just wanted to... If I just wanted to take some time to zen out, just take some time to... Oh.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Excuse me?
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
But there's a blue one right here. But this one's got all shiny things. But the blue one.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I won't.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Not
Tell you
being
what,
interrupted.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Sounds good.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, Tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Please rate your experience.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable World Leaderboard. Good old Neil is offline. Skid is offline. Nico Nacho is offline. Vola is offline. Hogarth, Mr. Hayes, awesome. Did you know 21.3% of players skip the intro sequence? This is you. I'm 9,328 out of 9,328. Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
No.
Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely
later,
out
Dame
of
Brett.
ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
Well, it would be if I could jump.
I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes. It's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
What? Talking about your shoebox house, right? What the fuck is this?
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I can't jump. So this is...
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Wow. Okay. I think I might have really pissed off then, alright? What the fuck-a-doodle-doo is going on? Good question. Paul!
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Still can't jump. This is wild. How are you thinking? What am I thinking so far? This is pretty impressive.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You...
Work in progress, beta. Filing cabinets. We escaped just like in Paul. This game, I am genuinely shocked. Genuinely shocked at how much I was enjoying this game. Only now I don't know where I am, how I managed to get here, what's going on. I didn't mean to fall down there, but okay. Can't fucking see anything. What the fuck is going on? I actually can't see anything. Got a light? Nope. Was my heart to see your smile this game? It is wild. This is something else entirely. I am very confused. Oh, 423. He's been so good, he yelled at the narrator within 5 minutes. Honestly, that fucking ridiculousness. That absolute fucking ridiculousness. Oh, yeah, friends, I don't know whether there was any accidental backseat gaming and stuff there, but remember, I don't know anything about this game. The less I know, the happier I am. Ooh. The less I know, the happier I am. What is this? Okay. What was the first ending I got? When I fell off the elevator in, you know, the warehouse. It was just like, be careful. It was specifically because it said it was going to fine me $5,000 if I jumped. So I was like, well, now I want to jump.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Okay.
I can wait.
I can't. Okay. I don't know what you didn't even notice, but I'm it's all right. Keep it all hush. Hush. Somebody went a little wild with the photocopier.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
That's loading something now? Okay. Not about the game, about the bot. It apologizes when you disallowed, when you use a disallowed command. Oh, Tom Bacon, I know. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Oh, you're on about the bot of vanity? Yeah, the bot of vanity apologizes when you're not allowed to use a command, which is most frustrating. From my personal perspective, you know? Input received. Can I put more input? Input. More input. Johnny 5.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness.
Gold rimmings.
Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
Valen 5 is alive. You know it.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
That is not happening.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
True, right? 25 is alive. Hey,
Look, Stanley,
hey,
I think
laser
perhaps
lips.
we've gotten off on
Your
the
mama
wrong
was a
foot here.
snowblower.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
How's it going, Mr.
There's
Tribe? How you
someone
doing?
you've been neglecting, Stanley.
See you later, Dean. You take
Someone
it easy.
you've forgotten about.
I'm shocked
Please,
at how much I'm enjoying this
stop
game.
trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For
This is
her?
it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's her? I have so many new questions. Who's her? I'm letting her back into my life.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
How's it going, Taramel? How you doing? No phones, only text. I don't understand. What is this telephone device? Deal or no deal is the banker.
As As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him,
I unplugged
filling
it.
him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white,
Wow.
roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Oh, God.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
Okay.
Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness. Is it 5:30? It's about time that I have a back, sack, and crack. 2 + 5 = fish. You know it. Reminds me of those 1950s,
Excellent.
yeah.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Right.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
However, friends, it's 5:30, and it's about time that I go for a back, sack, and crack.